सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. In the last class, we were seeing the introduction. In that introduction, I have given the 3 types of actions to be done by a person who want to get 3 types of material benefits. What are those 3 types of actions we have seen? Number 1, the actions to be performed at physical level, kayika karmani. Karmani means actions either Shrauta or Smarta. Shrauta means those actions prescribed by the Veda. Shrauta karma means those actions prescribed by the Veda. From the Shruti, the Shrauta has come. Shruti means Veda. And second type of actions, Smarta karmas, those karmas prescribed by the Smriti, like Bhagavad Gita, other secondary texts. I hope you know the difference between Shruti and Smriti. In the first Upanishad itself, I have given the introduction, meaning of these 2. Shrauta and Smriti rituals when we perform physically, when our body is involved. That is, they are called kayika karmani. When we do offer puja, flowers, abhishekam, the body is involved. Pradakshinam, anga pradakshinam, climbing the stairs to reach the temple, all these come under kayika karma. Second one is vachika karma. You have to chant mantras verbally, stotrams, shlokas. You cannot perform Rudrabhishekam without mantra. How long you can pour the milk now? So you have to chant mantra verbally. So vachika karma is involved. At least you have to say Bhagavan name சொல்லணுமே, Japa comes under Vachika karma. Parayanam comes under Vachika karma. So this also involved. Then Manasa karma. Mentally you offer puja. Mentally you chant mantra. That is Manasa karma. Those three karmas gives three types of benefits. So I want this upadhi, this body to be healthy so that I can enjoy, and this body needs certain basic requirements. So I want those things. So I pray to the Lord through puja to get those objects. So upadhi, loka and vishaya. So the surroundings also must be congenial. The objects which am I going to enjoy, those objects also must be suitable to me. They also must be suitable to me to enjoy those objects. So upadhi means the body, loka means environment, and vishaya means objects. Suppose vishaya object is there and body is there, but environment is not there properly, circumstances are not there, how can I enjoy? Circumstances are there, body is there, but vishayas are not there. How can I enjoy? I cannot enjoy. But circumstances are there, vishayas are there, but my body, mind are not available. They are not in a condition. How can I enjoy? I cannot. Therefore, these three are interdependent. So these three phalams one can get by following certain disciplines, these rituals. We can keep our life comfortable. But along with that, there are three defects also. Doshatrayam is there. Karmatrayam, phalatrayam, doshatrayam. Three defects are there in these results. Whatever we are getting. First result is upadhi, phalam. But I cannot maintain the body all the time, ever 16. Impossible. 360 days, healthy, no headache, no fever, no pain. Is it possible? No. However much you get good upadhi, it is one day or other, it will decay. At any time, anything may happen to this body. So this phalam is doshena sahavartate. That is called dosham. There is dukkham involved in this body. If it is having good health, nice only. But sometimes it go out of shape. Out of shape, and the problem. So therefore, dukkham misritam. Dukkha is involved. Objects are also, always they don't give happiness. You see the music season, people are so much running, they are happy. But you see the singers, how they are suffering, throat problem. That's why audience are not able to enjoy, because they are singing everywhere and the throat is not that much pleasing to listen. So therefore, upadhi-wise, the object-wise also, there is dukkham involved. Circumstances also, you cannot expect all the time to be same. Because one place heavy rains and floods, another place no water, another place earthquake, another place snowstorm. See how North India is suffering now. So many accidents. So these are all mixed with dukkha. Sorrow is involved in that. Pain is involved. Dukkha mishritam. Not only that, atrupti also involved. However much I keep my body fit, I have to take care every minute. If I neglect 1 or 2 days, you see the third day it's a problem. Body becomes so stiff. Otherwise 2 kgs I will increase. 2 days 2 kgs, imagine. Suppose if I won't spend time for exercise, the body troubles me. However much I do, the atrupti is there. I am not so happy with my stature. I am not so happy with my pallu alignment. I am not so happy with my hair. I am not so happy with my complexion. Atrupti is there. However much I am doing, no, polish, all these things. And some ladies are not happy with their nails. Huh? So what are these problems? At the upa, it also lose. So, Vishayas also always they will not give trupti to us, the objects. So there is atrupti in the objects. Dissatisfaction we always feel. Even environment also we don't like. Many times we don't like. இப்படி இருந்தா நல்லா இருக்கும், அப்படி இருந்தா நல்லா இருக்கும். This is our problem. So all are having the dissatisfaction is there now. So third dosha is bandhakatvam. They binds us and mentally, physically we depend on them. They bind us all pleasures, even the body. So it takes away my freedom. I cannot eat whatever I like. I like cashew nuts now, but I put on weight if I eat. So it binds me, it controls my body, even mind also. If I become slave to them, any habit or any circumstance, any person, any situation, I become addicted to that. And if it is not there, my happiness will go away. So this is called bandha, bondage. I am not having freedom. At my will it is not there because I am depending on so many things. These are all doshas. So therefore, a person after seeing all these things, one day after analyzing all these things, the person may feel, is there any defect free? Dosha rahita vastu, if it is there, better to get that. Person may feel one day or other. If such persons are there, they will try to search for that. when they are trying to search for that, they want to get that which is defect free, dosha rahita vastu, then Shastra says there is a defect free vastu, a thing that it can be attained, it is possible. Then this person is so happy after seeing all these defects. At least last kaadu or defect free I can attain dosha rahita vastu. Then Shastra tells, for such a person who wants, for those students like you, that is this Kenopanishad is relevant. Those who have understood all these three defects are there. I want to be free from dukkha. I want to be free from this dissatisfaction. I want to be free from this bondage. I want freedom, peace, happiness. If anyone desires, for such person, such person is the student in this text, who understood the defect of this body, world and objects. That person is the student of this Upanishad text, Kenopanishad text. The student is such a person, a qualified one, who is informed and mature student is going to come in this text. So, I hope you are all like Kenopanishad students. Then only this is relevant. Otherwise, better not to come to the class. In this text to be studied by such a person who want to be free from sorrow, who want to be free from dissatisfaction. So that person who want to know that defect-free thing, for such a person only this is relevant, not for others. They can blissfully ignore the class. So if I am like that Kenopanishad student, I can continue my Kenopanishad study. So to study this Kenopanishad, we have to begin with the Shanti Patha. I have pointed out this Kenopanishad belongs to Samaveda. The Samaveda has got a Shanti Patha. That Shanti Patha, now we will begin. Repeat after me. Om Apyayantu Mamangani. Vak prana chakshushrotram atho balamindriyani cha sarvani sarvam brahmopanishadam maham brahma nirakuryam निराकरोत् अनिराकरणमस्तु अनिराकरणं मे अस्तु तदात्मनि निरते य उपनिषत्सु धर्माः ते मयि सन्तु ते मयि सन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः First, I will give the purpose of Shanti Patha. Why we have to chant this prayer before we are starting our study? Reason number 1, prayer for health. To get good health, I pray to the Lord. In Tamil also you say, Noyatra Valve, Orayatra Shelvam. Shelvam. Aditha English they are telling. What is that? Health is wealth. நமக்கு அதுதான் தெரியும். தமிழ்ல சமஸ்கிருதத்துல என்ன சொல்லியிருக்கான்னு தெரியாது. பரவாயில்ல, ஏதோ ஒன்றாவது தெரியறது. So health is wealth. Without health, however much wealth you have, no use. So this student and the teacher, both of them are praying to the Lord, let us have a good health. I want to get Brahma Jnanam. I want to know that defect-free Brahman. So to know that Brahman, I can know through the upadhi only, this body only. Sharira madhyam khalu dharma sadhanam. This shariram, this body alone is the sadhanam, instrument to achieve, to accomplish all 4 purusharthas: dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Kalidasa says, Sharira madhyam khalu dharma sadhanam. When Parvati Devi doing tapas for Shiva without eating anything, eating only leaves, Aparna, her name. That time Lord Shiva comes and tells, he comes in a Brahmana Vesha. And Kalidasa brings these words through Lord Shiva's mouth. Sharira madhyam kalu dharma sadhanam. O Parvati Devi, you are starving so much. Don't do like that. This body is the Purushartha sadhanam. This word is said by Kalidasa. So therefore, I want good health. I want good health means all my sense organs. That's what the student and the teacher are asking for good health. That means karya karana sanghata yogyata, qualification at body level. 1 hour I have to sit without back pain. If I have back pain, what I will do? Mudugu dhyanam. I cannot concentrate. Suppose my eyes are paining. How can I write? How can I look at Swamini? So my eyes also be in healthy condition. Ade healthy mind also must be attentive. The ekagrata also important. Sound mind and sound body. మనకు సౌండ్ మైండ్ கிடையாது, బాడీ సౌండ్ బాడీ ఓన్లీ ఇస్ దేర్ అన్న. టక్ టక్ జాయింట్స్ ఆర్ మేకింగ్ సౌండ్ అన్న. నాట్ దట్ సౌండ్ వీఆర్ ఆస్కింగ్. హెల్దీ బాడీ మీన్స్ దట్ ఈస్ సౌండ్ బాడీ అని అర్థం. హియర్ లుక్ ఇన్ టు ద మంత్ర. The other 2 more benefits are also are there. I will give that. To study the scriptures, to know the Brahman, just good health is not sufficient. I should have Shraddha, Bhakti. I should have Shraddha and Bhakti, devotion and faith also, until I get knowledge. My Shraddha should not be shaken. My devotion should not be reduced. Until I get Brahman knowledge, my interest in the class also should not be reduced. My interest in the Shastra should not be reduced. If I have Shraddha only, my interest will increase. Therefore, Bhakti Shraddha also, to improve that, prayer is required. Then the third reason is the prayer to improve the sadhana chatushtaya sampatti. Sadhana chatushtaya sampatti, care of tattva bodha. Okay. In whose presence sadhana chatushtaya sampatti is that? In whose presence I get the self-knowledge. Sadhana sampatti sattve jnanam prapti. Sadhana chatushtaya sampatti abhave jnanam praptum na shakyate. So therefore, viveka vairagya தெரியும் சொல்லிட்டே இருக்கேன் பாருங்க. சமதமாதி ஷட்க சம்பத்தி முமுக்ஷுத்வம். All are, if I have any feeble in qualifications, if I am feeble, so through this prayer I will fill up those qualifications. So these are the reasons we are, every class we are chanting Shanti Pathana. It's a prayer. People think Jnana Yoga means there is no bhakti, only intellectual gymnastics. Mama angani apyayantu. Om means it's a mangalam. represents auspiciousness. Om Mama Angani Apyayantu. May my limbs grow strong. Apyayantu means well nourished. My Angani, limbs means all legs, hands, sense organs, and karmendriyani, jnanendriyani, buddhi, antahkaranam, all this I have to take care of, and each and every limb of the body. Just as the beauticians are taking care of, every part of the body, each inch, they are taking care. Like that, we also have to take care of our body. Chronic cold, continuously sneezing, tummal, cough, tell me what I can understand. Suppose. So, ordinary jaladosham is sufficient to disturb our mind. Ordinary slight partial headache is sufficient. If my body is not fit enough, angani means the limbs are not fit enough, they are not strong, it is difficult, it is not a 1 day or 2 day process. It is a lifelong process. I do not know when I am going to get Brahma Jnanam, Brahma Nishtha. So until that time I have to maintain without BP at least. Without much problems I have to maintain. எங்கே கீழே விடக்கூடாது, ஃப்ராக்சர் படக்கூடாது இல்லையா? அவுட்டு 6 months பெட் ரிடன், 1 year அவுட்டு சாதனை. நெக்ஸ்ட் இயர் அதே கிளாஸில் உட்கார வேண்டியதுதான். ஸ்கூல் பசங்களோட அப்படித்தானே. They don't study properly. What they do? They study the same subject. Similarly, we are all students in scriptural Vedantic students. So we also require good health. அதுக்கு ஞாபகம் இருக்கணும். அதுக்கு தான் சொல்றோம். May my limbs be grow strong and healthy. What are those limbs? The organ of speech, vak, pranaha, manaha. So this vak, speech, our speech, organ of speech must be healthy. Prana also. So karmendriyani, jnanendriyani, all put together, whole sukshma sariram. Prana means pancha pranas, 5 pranas. Chakshuhu, eyes. So I have to take proper rest, proper food for healthy eyes. Then Shrotram, ears also. Let me listen Upanishad when ears are functioning properly without hearing aid. Hearing aid வர வரைக்கும் சாஸ்திரம் கேட்கலன்னா that means too late ன்னு அர்த்தம். Hearing aid வந்ததுக்கு அப்புறம் கூட people keep like this. மிஷின் இருக்கும். Imagine hearing power is not there. It is really miserable life. So therefore, I need a Shrotrendriyam, healthy hearing capacity to listen to Shastra. So therefore, the Shrotrendriya Devata should bless me Chakshurindriya Devata should bless me. Vagindriya Devata should bless me. Varuna Devata. Ashwini Devatas, all Devatas should bless me. You have to supply all other organs. Okay, everything not mentioned here, you have to supply. Sarvani Indriyani, all the other organs. Pani Indriyam, Pada Indriyam, all these Indriyams, legs and hands, everything must be in a healthy condition. Atha, not only that, as well as balam, their power also, their strength. Apyayantu, their power also should grow. The weak hands, weak legs, weak eyes, weak hearing power. Now you see, பிரம்மஜானம் வரதுக்கு என்னென்ன தேவைன்னு சொல்றாங்க இங்க. We are not taking it as granted. These are all one part. Now look into. So, Sarvam Brahma Upanishadam. Everything is Brahman of the Upanishads. So, Sarvam means everything. Upanishadam Brahma. Everything is Brahman. Where it has pointed out in Upanishad. Upanishadam Brahman. This Brahman which has revealed by this Upanishadam, Aham ma nirakuryam. Let me not deny. Aham means I. Ma. Let me not. Ma means in a negative sense. Ma. Nirakuryam. Nirakaranam pannadhu. Let me not deny the Brahman. People are talking now because Brahman is not tangible, not visible. Who knows Brahman is there? After attending 2-3 classes, Swami is talking Brahman. Asparsham, Arupam, Agandham, Unnu Kadiyadu, Kadu Kai Kadiyadu, Apani Padam. Who knows this Brahman is there or not? That doubt may come. I may reject that Brahman because it is not visible, not tangible. So slowly, whatever is not visible, whatever is not available for our sense organs, what we will do generally? We ignore it, or we neglect it, or we deny that. There is a possibility. That is why many people never accept Brahman. There is something invisible, intangible, incomprehensible. That Brahman is there means it is not true, they say. So, அந்த மாதிரி என்னோட மனசுக்கு வரக்கூடாது. See the student prayer. The student is asking, let me not deny that Brahman, even though I do not know now. At any time, at any cost, at any situation, அந்த மாதிரி நினைவு எனக்கு வரக்கூடாது. ஒன்னு என்ன ஆகும்? There is no possibility of studying Shastra. You know, that is Shraddha. Let my Shraddha continue in Brahman until I know Brahman. What is Shraddha? Belief. What is belief? What I do not know, just I believe. I do not know Brahman, but I want to know Brahman. Therefore I keep Shraddha, Bhakti. Let my Shraddha, Bhakti should not reduce. Let me not deny the Brahman. ஒன்றும் தெரியாது இப்போ பிரம்மன் பற்றி புரியவே மாட்டேங்கிறது. above head most of the classes. Still let me continue with the Shraddha. Nirakuryam. Not only that, same way Brahma ma nirakarot. Let not that Brahman deny me. So if that Brahman denies me, how that Brahman denies? If I don't have qualification, Brahman will deny me. Is it not? I am not a qualified. Yogyata is not there. Qualifications are not there. What Brahman will do? He will deny that person. So that Brahman maam nirakarot. Ma rendirike parungo. Let not Brahman. Nirakarot ma means me. The first ma is not, negative sense. So they both are different. Let not the Brahman deny me. Again emphasizing, Anirakaranam astu. Nirakaranam means denying, neglecting, ignoring. Na nirakaranam, anirakaranam. Anirakaranam astu. Let there be no denial, either by Brahman or by me. Brahman should not deny me, I should not deny the Brahman. Anirakaranam astu me. Let there be no denial of me. Again 2 times in what? So that is Shraddha, it shows. நம்ம கூட ஏதாவது இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் திங்னா 2-3 வேர்டு சொல்லுவோம். 2 என்ன 10 வேர்டு சொல்லுவோம். Like that, the students see how eager. இந்த பிரம்மன் மேல எவ்வளவு ஆர்வமா பாருங்க. Shraddha Bhakti. Again and again is telling. சொன்ன வார்த்தையே தானே. அனிராகரணம் அஸ்து, அனிராகரணம் அஸ்து மே. That is emphasis. Mai nirate. Mai means in me. Tadatmani nirate. Who is engaged. Nirate means niratam. All the time engaging in one destination, goal. What is that? I want to know Brahman. What is that I want to know Brahman? I want to get self-knowledge. What is that self-knowledge? My true nature. Why I want to know? Because I want eternal peace, happiness, security. I cannot withstand with these limitations, dissatisfaction, bondage. Therefore, I want a sorrow-free life. That is possible through self-knowledge. That self-knowledge is nothing but Brahman knowledge. Therefore, that Brahman I want. So that is called Nirate. Who is engaged. Tadatmani, in the pursuit of that self. Atma, tadatmani means in that pursuit of self. Atma is all pervading. Brahman In the previous words, Brahma, Brahma, he said. Now Atma telling. That means what? Brahma and Atma are one and the same. Atma is that which apnoti sarvam iti Atma. That which pervades everything is called Atma. That which pervades everything is Atma. That is Brahman. Brihattamatvat Brahma. Tadatmani, who is engaged in that pursuit of Atma, committed, serious, committed student I am. I am committed teacher also. Therefore, let this Brahman help us. Let there be te dharmaha santu. Ye Upanishatsu te dharmaha santu. Ye Upanishatsu means which are prescribed in the Upanishad. Dharmaha means satyam, dharmam, ahimsa, all these qualifications, which are all said in values. All the values said in Upanishads, let me have all those values. Ahimsa, satyam, asteyam, brahmacharyam, aparigraham, saucham, santosham, tapas, swadhyayam, ishvara pranidhanam, all these qualifications prescribed in the Upanishads. Ye dharmaha Upanishatsu te mayi santu. They all should be with me. Asking. 4 D's anamata. Dharmaha means shamadama uparama titiksha, shraddha, samadhanam. Also we can take. These are all prescribed in Shastra. Let there be all those qualifications in me. Te santu mayi. Let them be there in me. Again telling. Te santu mayi. Om shanti shanti shantihi. Vighna shanti artham. Again shanti pathanam. To come out of all those obstacles at 3 levels, adhidaivika, adhibhautika, adhyatmika tapani, all these obstacles may come and obstruct my pursuit at any time. Any problem in the family, any problem at any level, let them not come in my pursuit. Let them not disturb me. That means husband has to cooperate, wife has to cooperate, children has to cooperate, Mamiar, Mamanar also should cooperate, brother-in-law, sister-in-law should cooperate. How many factors? Water tanker, that also should cooperate. Correct class time ku vanda enna pandrathu? Even relatives also should cooperate. Sariya class time ku vanda enna pandrathu? So therefore all of them should cooperate. Shanti, shanti, shanti. Therefore let my study, this pursuit of self-knowledge study should go without any hindrance, without any obstacle. If I pray this Shanti Pata wholeheartedly, you will never get any obstacle for your study in your life until you get Brahmanishtha. Wholeheartedly I have to chant this Shanti Pata. That's why every class we begin with Shanti Pata. Let us our study should go without any obstacle. Vigna Nivaranartham, another purpose. Health, one purpose. Shraddha Bhakti, to improve, one purpose. And qualifications I have to acquire, because to own up that Brahman, just to study is not sufficient. So therefore, to remove all obstacles, I have to do this Shanti Patha. With this Shanti Patha, we will enter into the text, proper text. The first mantra we will read. Repeat after me. Keneshitam patati preshitam manaha. Kena prana prathama praiti yuktaha. Keneshitam vachamimam vadanti. Chakshushrotram kavu devo yunakti. This Upanishad is called Kenopanishad because it begins with the word Keneshitam. This Upanishad is called Brahmanopanishad. Brahmanopanishad means that which is in the prose form. Mantropanishad means that which is in the poetry, shloka form, is called Mantropanishad. This Upanishad, Kenopanishad, is not in mantra form. You see, these lines are in prose form. Therefore, it is called Brahmanopanishad. Mundakopanishad is not started with Mundaka word. But why it was called as Mundaka Upanishad? There is a Mundaka Vratam to study that Upanishad. Therefore, it is called Mundaka Upanishad. But there is no starting word Mundaka. So don't apply this. Same principle to other two Upanishad. So Mundaka means Mundanam and removing the hair. To study the Upanishad, Vairagyam irukkanum. In the hair mele romba namak attachment, no? Innama attachment hair mele na you cannot describe. So that's why to give up that attachment on that hair, they remove the hair. That's why Gurukulam, these students who are all studying, brahmacharis, every month, they have to get that mundana karma. So minimum vairagyam is required. That's why it is called Mundakopanishad. So here Kenopanishad means that word it begins. Look into the mantra. This is the first, there are 4 chapters, Kenopanishad. First chapter has got 9 mantras. Second chapter has got 5 mantras. Third chapter has got 12 mantras. Fourth chapter has got 9 mantras again. It is a very small Upanishad, but it is a very powerful Upanishad. Oosi mulaha అని சொல்லுவாங்க. It is very small mulaha, but is so pungent. కారం జాస్తి. అది మాదిరి this Upanishad is very small, that its essence, that the topic, the subject matter is so high by seeing the question asked by the student. Another important point we have to understand, all our teachings of Upanishads begin with the samvada. In samvada rupena, with a dialogue. Guru Sishya samvada rupena, not vadam. Vadam means argument. Samvada means dialogue. Dialogue is that, samvada is that through which you get enlightenment. Through which you get enlightenment. Vada is that, argument is that, through which your head will get heated up. Through Vada, you will never get enlightenment. So, argument will never give enlightenment. Dialogue only gives enlightenment. Therefore, Guru Sishya, some places one Guru, many Sishyas, some places many Sishyas, one Guru, like that, different. See the Mundakopanishad also, Angiras and Shaunaka, the disciple. Angiras is the teacher. Every Upanishad there is a Guru Sishya Samvada. That shows the teaching, this knowledge is possible only through the study of scriptures from the Guru. Samitpani Shrotriyam Brahmanishtam. There is another meaning, Upanishad. One meaning I have given in the last class. Definite, clear knowledge, that which is very closest to you, Upanishad. I gave that meaning in the last class. Now I would like to give another meaning. Because the student asked, Brahma Upanishadam. Upa means Samipam, Artham. Ni means Nichehi. Sad means destroyer. This is the word-to-word meaning. Upa means Samipam, near. Ni means Nichehi, means down. Sad means the remover or destroyer. We'll see more in the next class. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om.